Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what time it is and how much time I have here. Okay, it's 1 o'clock. I have a little bit. I wanted to share something with you guys. I just saw a message from in one of the groups that I'm in talking about people wanting to know how to grow their business. Hey, Fabian, what's up? How to grow their business, how to increase like fleet management or working for bigger companies, or just how to increase their business in general. And so this is really like an across the board, no matter what kind of business you're in, kind of conversation. Hey, Emily, what's up? So I'm going to tell you guys a story about what I used to do in order to really just take advantage of the holiday season. And I took it to an extreme level, but I do that basically with everything. But it worked, and I could get my old boss in here, and he would tell you I could grab some of my old people I used to work for, like the clients and the municipalities, and I still have relationships with them years after leaving the business that I was at because of the way that I treated our customers. So here's what happened. There was a time every year around Christmas, we wanted to do something for the businesses, for our customers, for our clients, okay? And I used to work in automotive, for those of you who don't know. I was operations manager for a multi-location auto body repair and towing business. So we did insurance, we did mechanical, we did towing. We worked for municipalities, we worked for small businesses. We had to keep insurance companies and insurance agents happy. There was a lot of relationships that needed to be cultivated and nourished and taken care of all of the time. That was one of our number one priorities. And what we found worked after years of trial and error was sitting down with them and being their friend, having a conversation, calling up and checking on them, dropping off random things to them. We would drop off breakfast around Valentine's Day. We would bring them, hi Chris. We would bring them flowers, like a carnation. We would bring them candy, whatever. Something silly. Halloween, I'd bring them candy. I'd make little bags of candy. But on Christmas, I took this very seriously. So I wanted to stand out. Anybody can go buy a basket. Anybody can ship, a can of popcorn or whatever, right? I wanted to stand out. It was important to me that we had this much more on a personal level relationship with the people that we were doing business with. So I would actually bake cookies for like 3 to 4 days straight, because we had, I think it was 32 clients that I had to create baskets for. And obviously, depending upon how big of a client they were, determined how much they got, like how many cookies they got, like how big of a fleet they were or whatever. But I would literally bake cookies for days. And then I'd go to the store and I'd buy all these baskets and saran wrap and ribbon and all this shit. And I would literally set up shop. It looked like freaking Elf's Workshop. And there's pictures somewhere, I'm sure of this, in our showroom at the dealership. And I would literally, because our big business, our big location used to be a dealership, and we turned it into an automotive, so we had a big showroom, And so I would literally set up tables, and I would go through, and I'd make all these baskets, and I'd have lists of who got what. And then there was one day where 3 of us would put on a Santa hat, and we would literally go deliver all of these cookies directly to the municipalities, directly to the clients, directly to the people that we were wanting to have trust us, remember us, make a lasting impression, those types of things. So this is a business lesson in the fact that, like, if you want your business to grow, no matter what kind of a business that is, the biggest thing is relationship building. Like, you need to build relationships, maintain relationships, like, across the board. That is the number one thing. That's exactly how we did it. It wasn't anything crazy. Yeah, I had to obviously constantly be coming up with different ideas to, like, have it be something different. Whether it was a different kind of coupon or something funny or whatever. Mike Hance just jumped on. If Mike's still on here, he was actually around when I was working at the automotive shop, and he witnessed what I did when it came to creating and making these relationships with these business owners, so he can vouch for me in all these cities and the police departments and all this stuff. But basically, like, you just need to get back to the basics of what it is to be a human being in order to really be able to help your business grow. Like, that's one of the things everyone's like, well, what's the best marketing plan? Like, yes, you should have a marketing plan, but your number one most important thing you can do is be a human being and connect with the people that you want to do business with, connect with the people that you want to help, because that is really how you move forward and you're able to then stand out from the hundreds of other people who do what you do. That's the same thing. Thank you, Daryl. I appreciate that. But that's the most important thing that you can do. And, you know, I mean, I could go on for 18 years with a million ideas of different things that I used to do in order to kind of stand out from the crowd that were super simple. And we were in the offices with these insurance companies. We were in the offices with the municipalities, like, still to this day. So it's been 3 or 4 years since I've worked at this shop. And my mom was, you know, this isn't a good thing, but my mom was in a car accident not too long ago, and the EMTs on the scene, all the police officers on the scene saw her last name on her driver's license, and we're all like, are you Jamie's mom? Because I created a relationship with all of these people that was lasting. I'm not even at that shop anymore or handling their repairs, and they still have a relationship with me, and obviously I'm sure they still work with the shop. But, like, that's the biggest, most key piece of advice that I can give you. Like, treat your clients or your potential clients when you're trying to get business with like people. Create a relationship with them. It's so important, and that's what makes you stand out from other people. Like, there are several of my clients in the business that I run today that I have sent packages to. I've shared books with them. I've sent little notes to them. Like, I create a relationship. I ask about their families and, you know, that sort of stuff. Like, and it's not that I don't care, because I've always cared about all of these people while I was doing this. But again, I decided that, you know, if I want to do business with them, I know they're doing business with me. And even when I was at the shop, they were doing business with me, or with Mel, which is our marketing guy who is in their shop all the time, or with my boss. Like, they were doing business with us because they liked us as human beings. And then the difference is, obviously, you have to have that product or service has to actually be good to support that as you move forward. But that's a given. Obviously, your business has to do what it's supposed to do in order for it, you know, what your relationship is to work. But I think that's a huge part of, I mean, not just a given, but this is one of the number one things that you guys can do. And it's really, everyone's like, that sounds so time consuming. Okay, maybe it was. Maybe I was a little extreme, that I spent days baking cookies and hand making baskets. But it mattered to me, and my clients knew it mattered to me. They knew that those were literally hand baked because we gave a shit, right? Like, and here's the other thing. We were on a budget, okay? Like, we were on a budget of how much we had to spend for gifts. And like I said, we had like 32 clients that we had to create these baskets for. So instead of going and buying a bunch of cookies that were pre-made or pre-made baskets, which would have costed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, I went to Aldi's and got the ingredients, and I spent the time, and it was cheaper to do it that way, much more cost effective, but it was also meant more to the people too. So you have to think outside the box a little bit and just go back to the basics of what do you like, or what stands out to you when you're paying for a service, or you're trusting someone with what it is that you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just think about that and get back to the basics. It doesn't have to be that complicated, really. People like when you show them that you care. Chris, we are doing that on our relaunch. Bring in business, bar, and restaurant owners around us as all of our, yeah, that's good. Chris, good job. Yeah, Sam, for sure. It's definitely important. And you know what? We did the same thing with our vendors at the shop, too. I'm sure, Sam, you probably have some of this with your business. You know, we made sure to let our vendors know that we were grateful for them, and we had relationships with them, and they did the same thing with us. And it worked. You know, I mean, again, it's not rocket science, but that's really one of the biggest ways that you can build relationships with people to grow your business. 100%, because it really is all about the relationship. Sorry, I have a very whiny puppy on my hands. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So, especially around the holiday season, like, take advantage of the fact, like, spread that holiday cheer. People want that. So why not? You know? Like, why not? I bet yours tastes 100% better. Be authentic. Yeah, absolutely, Chris. I mean, and they were pretty, and they were cute, and they knew, like, they knew that I cared about that stuff and it mattered to me. And we were a family-owned and operated business, and so they knew that we cared, and that, you know, it came across that way, and it just worked. It worked really well. It worked really, really well. There was a lot. It was quite a production, don't get me wrong, but it was effective, and it felt really good. We all were happy. Like I said, we put on our Santa Claus hats and we went and delivered cookies to all of our clients in a couple of days' time, because of course, obviously you have to around the time that you bake them and stuff like that, but it was worth it. It was really, really great. So keep that in mind, guys. If you're wanting to know, you could do this all year round, obviously not just in the holidays. And like I said earlier, I gave some examples of other ways that I use different holidays, time of year, things like that, that I used as good points to go in and check in with them, or bring them something special, or create some funny thing for them, you know? So utilize that stuff. That's what's most important. Build those relationships. That's when you see your business boom, when you start caring about the people more so than you do the dollars. But that's my message for you guys today. Thank you for watching. If you liked this, thumbs up, please. And share it if you think anybody else would benefit from the message. Talk to you guys soon.